Hi, and welcome to this week's episode. This week we're going to be talking about the Haunted Ship in a Bottle, which is a new prop that we're looking to have for this year. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the idea of this new prop and what we want to, where we're at right now, and where we hope to have it for next Halloween. Okay, so pretty recently I heard about this. It was actually just in October, in the middle of setting up this year's haunt. So yes, as I was setting up this year, I was already planning for next year. That's how it goes. Um, so the original prop that I heard about while I was actually reading something was in the Adventurers Club in Pleasure Island in Disney World. In what's now actually Disney Springs, if you're not familiar with it. And you can look up what the Adventurers Club was. But just to give a quick summary, it was this really cool like nightclub, bar type place, kind of set in the 1930s, as supposedly as like the headquarters of this group of eccentric explorers and adventurers. And it had all kinds of props and artifacts and stuff that were supposedly collected by the members. It was all over it. And it featured animatronics, puppets, and cast members that would walk around and mingle with the guests. And one of the props that they'd had was this ship in a bottle, supposedly in a stormy sea, and it would sink. I was fortunate enough that I went to the Adventures Club several times before it closed, but I never did actually see this prop, or I don't remember it anyway, because there's just so many things there. So I didn't really remember it. But anyway, the Adventurers Club closed in September 2009, and it had and really continues to have really kind of a cult following. And then in 2011, Disney opened Trader Sam's Enchanted Tiki Bar at Disneyland Hotel in California, and then in 2015, Trader Sam's Grog Grotto at the Polynesian Resort in Florida. And these are kind of similar, scaled-down versions of the idea that the Adventurers Club had, with similar type of props and gags and quirky bartenders that do kind of improvisational, like comedy skits and things like that. And Trader Sam's Grog Grotto in Florida and in Polynesian is really one of my favorite places, and we try to get there every time we go to Disney World. I love it. We have another prop, actually. It's kind of a non-Halloween prop, which is like a tiki-style window that looks out onto a tropical island, and it has complete with like a volcano that erupts and thunderstorms happen. I have that set up in my home bar, and maybe one time we'll do a video on that too, just to do something similar to other props, but not Halloween related. So anyway, I heard about this the sinking ship bottle. Had moved. I heard that it moved from the Adventurers Club when it closed into Trader Sam's in California. Now I'm not sure if it's actually the same prop or if it's just similar. Anyway, because I've never been to California, so I haven't actually seen it. Anyway, I found a video of this prop, and it looked really cool. And it looks like that they did it using like a projection of a video into this bottle. So I thought, oh, that's probably something that we could do. I mean, we could do that. So give it a shot. So in trying to plan this, I figured there's two main real pieces to the puzzle that need to be solved for this to work. First, obviously, is you need a video to play. So I looked around. I really couldn't find something good of a sinking ship. I did find some of ships kind of at sea that you could buy, but in my opinion, they were pretty expensive for just like a quick little clip. So that really wasn't the route I wanted to go. And I found some ships. Actually did find some ship videos on YouTube, and I did find one I like. It kind of has like a pirate ship on a stormy sea. It doesn't sink, but that's okay. It still looks kind of creepy and spooky, and that's kind of what I was going for anyway. So that's the main thing. So the next piece really is a projector that's going to be able to show an image small enough to work, to get into a bottle. I have a projector that I use now for Halloween for have the singing pumpkins, if you've seen the video this year's display. But the smallest that seems to get is about the size of a piece of paper. I tried that, and to get a clear image, that's about as small as I could get it. So I realized that the bigger the kind of bottle that you had, then really the easier this is going to be, because really it's probably not going to be able to get something that's going to fit into like a traditional wine bottle or something like that. So you're going to need something kind of bigger. So I have these kind of big, where'd it go? I lost it. Oh, here it is. Okay. Live video, folks. I have these kind of pretzel jugs that we get I know, from our local, I think it was from our BJ's or whatever, the bulk store that we go to. I thought maybe we could do something with that. So what I did is I cut a slit in that. I'll show that again. See. This one to experiment with. I cut a slit in here. I tried putting a piece of wax paper in it and see how that would work. I used the projector I had, but it's still, like I said, it was a little too big. I couldn't really get the image clear enough in a good size. But I felt it was close enough that if I could get a projector that could make a little bit of a smaller image, that, you know, that could work, and that maybe we could, you know, dress up the jug and kind of make it, you know, put like a pirate label on it and paint it and stuff, and make it look, you know, decent. So I started looking for projectors, which was not as easy as I had hoped, to find a projector that could make a small image. As you might expect, most of the descriptions for projectors mention about how large an image it could produce, because that's usually what people are interested in. So it was rare that I could even find one in the description that would say how small an image it could make, and when they did, it was usually maybe 20 inches or something like that. So eventually I did find one that said that it could do 14 inches. And it was only like $23, so I figured it's worth a shot. What the hell? We'll get it, see what happens. If it doesn't wind up working, I'm sure I can figure out something to do with it. So it took a few weeks to deliver, but that's fine. I'm not in a rush at this point. We've got till next Halloween. I did get it, and I tried it out, and it does seem to make a small image. Here's the projector itself. It's pretty small, compact, which is good, and it's decent. I think it's pretty decent for 23 bucks. Hey, you can't go wrong. So I tried to remove the label on the jugs, and that became a whole mess in itself. You could see on this one here, just trying to get the glue off was very difficult. I tried rubbing alcohol, scrubbing it off, but I could never really get it clear enough. So that kind of prevents my one idea was to project from behind, but that kind of defeats that idea, because you can't get through that. Even if you try to project through that, you get a big black spot in front of the image. So I have to go from the front, which is okay. We'll live with that. So I did actually then luckily have another jug as a backup, and I did work with that one a bit. And here's that jug as it stands right now. So you can see what I did is I put some Crayola Model Magic clay along here on the cap to kind of hide the grooves and stuff and make it look less like a cap and more like some kind of cork or a pirate type of thing. I put this kind of rough rope around it here. Here's the labels I printed out on it, and then I put some paint on it here to age it, kind of make it look dirty. And I put this blue sand in here too, to hopefully it'll kind of blend with the water in the image and kind of give it like a 3D effect. We'll see how that comes out. But so far, I'm pretty happy with how that came out. And like I said, I tried the projector in there, and it seems like it makes a decent image on on the wax paper in there. So actually, going back to the Adventurers Club, I have an idea that I'm going to not only use this for Halloween, but set it up along with that tiki window and put it in our home bar. So I have an idea where I'm gonna display this, and then my next phase of this will be to try to do that, to display it there before Halloween and see how it looks, and hopefully have it up in our bar. And when that's done, then I'll include that video and show you all how that came out. So hopefully I'm excited to see how that's going to look. Hopefully it's a pretty neat trick and people get a kick out of it. Okay, so that's it for this week. Like I said, that's where we are with this project for Halloween. Next year, hopefully we'll have it finished up, and we'll be able to put it out there. We have to figure out exactly where we're going to place it and where we're going to put the projector and all that. So that'll be kind of the next step after setting it up in the bar. Okay, so that's it for this week. Please, again, if you like these videos, if you want to see me keep doing this, like, subscribe, comment, tell me what you think about this stuff. I'd love to hear what anybody has to say, any suggestions, any ideas, anything else that you'd like to talk about. It'd be great. And otherwise, we will see you next week. Okay, bye.